I seem to have acquired myself the use of a Jaguar XF. The car that took over from the S-Type. It's lovely. I've always liked these. Super sleek, rather modern looking Jaguar. Not the old fuddy-duddy old man kind of car that they used to be. Mind you, I did actually like all of the old Jags. I always have done. The S-Type Jag being that one with that massive gaping grille that people seem to find funny. But I mean, this one's got quite a big grille as well. And all cars have big grills these days, don't they? Anyway, never mind any of that stuff. We're talking about this. You may be getting the impression that I like this car, and that's because I do. It's certainly long enough to be a proper Jag, and this isn't even the biggest one of them, of course. I'd like to tell you who designed this car, but the piece of paper that I wrote that down on seems to have fallen out of my pocket. Yes, it all fits together. All the lines kind of work together. It doesn't look like some sort of Japanese car where someone started it and then someone else has come along to finish it off. With a big angry cat face there, these rather modern looking headlamps. I mean, it looks very European, but it still looks jaggy, yeah, especially that where it says Jaguar. There's no mistaking that it is a Jag from the side. You might think it looks a bit like a Mondeo, and it does at a squint. The back end, these great wraparound chrome strip there, joining in with the rear lamp. Another fabulous piece of design. Very stylish 19-inch wheels. So yeah, I think we've established that I like the look of this car. Yeah. Now where's the release? Where's the release for it? Now there's an engine bay. Lovely light bonnet. Bonnet feels like it's made of aluminium. It might just be really good gas struts. The engine says Jaguar, but of course it's a Peugeot. Or is it Peugeot or Ford? Well, it is a Ford Duratec engine based on a PSA engine. This one, to my recollection, is the most powerful of the 2.2 diesel with 197 brake horsepower. That's quite a bit. But then it is a very big car. I think it weighs about 1,800 kilos. Let's have a look at the boot. Inside the boot, amongst the various items, it's quite big. The actual opening's not so big because it's a saloon rather than a hatchback. But I believe that is 540 litres. 540 litres. That is the same as about 5 liquid men. And it's got a nice little soft touch here. Close it down, watch this. And it closes itself. My friend Lee, who owns this car, pointed that out to me. I'm pretty sure he'd like me to show it off. Open the door. And inside, leather. And two-tone leather. This lovely creamy strip here and the black leather. Very, very sporting indeed. Lovely. These door cards. These door cards are fantastic. With its proper leather again, leather door cards, aluminium and walnut. That's very, very classy indeed. So as you climb in, of course, it's more the same thing really. More walnut, lovely shiny walnuts, and brushed aluminium and leather on the dash. Proper leather steering wheel. It's all very, very Jaguar indeed. And then as you sit down into the big soft yet firm chair, you feel like you're in a proper car that's meant for some business. I wonder if this car's as good as Project Nigel. Before I start it up and have a look at the dash, I'm just going to climb in the back to see what that's like. Certainly no complaints here as well. The car looks like it's low down with these swooping pillars, but there's actually quite a lot of room in the back of it. I've got headroom and I can sit comfortably. My knees are slightly touching the front seat there, but it's nice and wide. And at some point I'm going to find something I don't like about this car. Now, if I'm going to be really picky, these door handles don't feel quite as nice as I was expecting. And the reason is, I thought they was going to feel a bit like they do in the old Rover R8, where they got a lovely springy feel to them, but there's just not quite. They feel a bit Ford. On with the rest of the dash here. It all looks kind of asleep at the moment, but then if I put my foot on the brake pedal and press the start button, then look, a Jaguar. Those vents popping out the dash like that, that is rather fabulous. I remember when this car was new and that seeing that on top gear, and the first thing I thought was, I wonder how long they last before they break. Maybe they're all still working. Maybe they're all still working fine. Let's just try that again. Turn it off. And look at that. Closes up. Rather nice. Back open again. All of the buttons on the dash have a really nice quality, chunky feel to them. Yeah, my imagination's really running away with me there, isn't it? They just feel really good. It's just a lovely place to sit. The dashboard lights up in a really nice way. I love this blue and red and white there. It's again, I'm just not really thinking of anything to say about it, besides that I just like it. What can I review that? I think the best thing I can do is just drive this car for a bit. Okay. This is an 8-speed automatic. 8-speed? You're going to expect it to be changing gear constantly, and well, I mean, this really is a very pleasant place to be. It's very, very smooth. It's floaty, yet you can tell it's very sporty at the same time. And I know this car can pick its feet up as well. The steering has a really, really lovely weighted feel to it. All cars do these days, of course, but you give me an old car has the kind of character that makes you think of things. That's one of my issues with new cars, is they all do tend to feel a bit too nice, a bit too easy to drive, and a bit too lacking in anything really different to the next car. The gear changes are really seamless. You know, you don't know what gear you're in most of the time, but you can actually change it manually with these little paddles at the side of the steering wheel there. And I'm currently going along at 30 in 5th gear. And can I go to 6? Yeah, I can go to 6th gear at 30. About 7. Nope, it won't. Going back down to 6th again. 4th gear, 3rd gear, 2nd. Yeah, bit unnecessary, but the ride is, as you'd expect, firm but supple. That is another new car thing. Everything's firm but supple. But with 19-inch wheels on it, you'd expect it to be a bit crashy. But it's not. It's actually just very nice. Just very nice. That's what a Jag is. It's just very nice, I suppose. Just about to enter Kingsway Business Park, which is also pretty well known as the Rochdale racetrack, basically. And many people would agree that if you're going to drive like a lunatic, do it somewhere like this. Speed's a bit higher, and you know, no one's really going to get hurt. Although there are some particularly bad examples of driving I've seen on here, but better here than outside the school. That picks up beautifully. Now that was probably 40 miles per hour there. We're back into 3rd gear, down to 2nd, and look at that, look at the way that picks up, that's fantastic. And again, we're at 40 miles per hour. I've just had a bit of fun there, and now I'm happy just to go back to driving normally. I wasn't doing anything too abusive, so you know, I can feel quite comfortable that my friend isn't going to be annoyed when he sees this video. Right, I'm going to give it just one more little bit of a blast, actually, just on the roundabouts just here. I must say, actually, its handling is, well, it's impeccable. It's very, very flat indeed. And, oh, there we go, around the roundabouts. Oh, hang on. There's the keys wandering off there. Need to keep hold of those. I think you'd have to really push it to upset the thing. And for a diesel, it's absolutely cracking. That is brilliant. That's really, really nice flat handling. Oh yes. This is the same engine as what's in the Land Rover Freelander that I drove the other week, but with just a tad more power. And I think with the shape of it, it just delivered that power just ever so slightly better. Honestly, it is a bit quicker. In fact, it's adequately quick. That speed just keeps going up to 40 miles per hour really, really quickly indeed. Fast diesels aren't really a new thing. They've been around for quite a while. But I think you need something like this for them to really work. A good sized diesel engine and a really silky smooth automatic gearbox. The diesels with a manual are just horrible. They really are. And the other thing is I like about this, one other thing I'd say about this diesel is it kind of sounds light. Like old diesels, they used to sound really heavy and just lumbersome, and they didn't really want to go to work, and you stick a big turbo on them and force them to work like slaves, and then they'll pick up a bit. But this one feels eager and ready, and just changes its revs really quickly, and it's just, well, it's the kind of diesel that would make me want to buy a diesel, and that's not the kind of thing you'll hear me say very often at all. In conclusion, I've got to say it's an amazing car. It really is. The way it drives, the way it looks, the way it picks up, the attention to detail everywhere. It's a proper Jag, whilst being modern. I can honestly say I find it very difficult to find fault with. It is excellent, a truly excellent car.